Tonight on NAIT NewsWatch. Mayor Mandel is optimistic about his community revitalization task force.
Finding better ways that they can be successful.
Meals on Wheels serves up a delicious competition for high school students.
On Wheels I Love Homemade Soup contest is for all Edmonton high school students.
An Edmonton ophthalmologist is happy with the success of his latest student.
A very confident, capable retinal surgeon now. So,
NAIT NewsWatch starts right now.
Good evening. First it was the snow and clearing of streets. Now a new danger has been uncovered on the roads.
With the dramatic changes in temperature this past week, we've seen pipes burst and the first glimpse of the damage inflicted upon our roads. Caitlin Dalbigan has that story.
Weekend looking pretty chilly. Saturday will hit a high of -20.
Warm today at -4. Weekend's going to show a high of
It is cold outside. -24 outside with a high of -21.
City Champions hitting a high of -2 today.
With the pavement finally visible, city drivers aren't liking what's been hiding under the snow. Potholes have been cropping up all over the city.
They're absolutely horrible, and the city's doing a horrible job in fixing them, and they're destroying people's cars.
Freeze-and-thaw conditions can be directly attributed to the growing number of cavernous holes throughout the city. Josh Clausen, meteorologist for CTV, says the weather can have a major impact on our city.
Potholes already. I mean, we're in February and the potholes are popping up, right? I mean, you have all of that snow which melts, turns to water, and then when it freezes again and you get into another one of those cold snaps, that water just expands and cracks apart the concrete and the pavement.
Potholes aren't the only problem attributed to sudden temperature changes. Freeze-thaw cycles like we've run into can cause the ground to shift, creating issues for the city water lines. The city does have plans to repair the roads, but drivers could be waiting a while.
Well, the best time to fix them is in the spring. Doing in the winter, we could put some cold patches in place if there's very bad and traffic has to get through. But again, the heaving and thawing and melting will just lift those patches out.
One thing everyone can agree on is that the unusual amount of snow, coupled with the freeze-thaw conditions, isn't doing the city any good. For NAIT NewsWatch, this is Caitlin Dalbigan.
You're watching NAIT NewsWatch.
A local man has been forced to close his family business after 30 years.
And experts say we're at a critical peak in technological advancements. This is causing problems for many businesses. We have more on that story from West Edmonton.
Hey, I'm Kevin Snattersy. I'm down here at First TV on Stony Plain Road, 152nd Street. For over 30 years, people have been calling here for service calls and bringing their TVs in to get fixed, but no more. This TV repair shop is a casualty of the times. Kim Chung grew very uneasy when the price started dropping on the new flat panel TVs. When he looked at the Boxing Day flyers, he knew his business was in big trouble.
It's hard for a customer to think about fixing the old TV when the price of fixing the old TV in many cases is more expensive than the whole new TV would have cost you.
This rapid growth in technology was predicted 46 years ago. Intel co-founder Gordon E. Moore wrote a paper about technological growth. Technological growth meaning storage capacity and processing power. The growth can be tied to something many of us heard years ago.
It goes back to the old joke, which would you rather have, $1,000 a day for 30 days, or would you rather have a penny and that penny double every day for 30 days? At the end of 30 days, if you would have taken the penny, it'd be up to $5 million.
Now imagine the 30 days represents the last 40 years in technology. We're now near the 30th day in the slope, and it will continue on to the 31st day, 32nd, and so forth. And it's predicted to go on that way for another 15 years.
What we will see is this kind of doubling or exponential growth, and it'll occur every 20 months. So the reason chaps like this are going to have a heck of a hard time is due to purely obsolescence.
Kim and his family are now planning to move forward. He purchased a furnace repair truck and will keep servicing the community in a different way. It's unclear whether Kim could have saved First TV, but all businesses should be aware that we're at the peak of Moore's Law. Businesses should constantly be adapting to changing technology or risk losing everything. Kevin Snattersy, NAIT NewsWatch.
Thanks, Kevin. That's Kevin Snattersy reporting from West Edmonton.
A fatal shooting involving Edmonton police is raising the question, when should an officer fire his weapon while on duty? 17-year-old Cyrus Green was fatally wounded after police responded to an armed robbery complaint at the Coliseum ETS station around 12:30 a.m. Green allegedly ran from police before confronting an officer with a knife and bat. Friends question the level of police action and feel alternative measures, such as a taser, could have been used. A makeshift memorial has been placed at the scene by friends and family. The Alberta Serious Incident Response Team is now investigating the case.
A new task force launched by the city is hoping to bring new life to many of Edmonton's older neighborhoods. Mayor Stephen Mandel announced the Community Sustainability Task Force on Monday. The new group is made up of community members, councillors, and school board members.
This force is about looking at mature areas of the city and finding better ways that they can be successful from a point of view of their school growth, of their community growth, of their security growth. And so it's bringing together a variety of citizens to look at that and to come back with a recommendation to City Council.
The task force is already in full swing and will be giving council members its first recommendation in the next 6 to 9 months.
Alberta cabinet ministers visited Edmonton Chamber of Commerce on Tuesday as a part of a 2-week tour of the province. Roughly 100 members of the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce met with more than a dozen cabinet members at the Sutton Place Hotel to talk business.
You know, I think it's a great opportunity. We have 2,700 members at the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce, and an event like this gives our members an opportunity to speak candidly and frankly, somewhat privately, with the Edmonton caucus and the cabinet ministers of the provincial government.
The cabinet will be making stops throughout Alberta over the next 2 weeks.
The City of Edmonton has won a prestigious award for its years of hard work on the South LRT. The Edmonton South LRT extension was Alberta Construction Magazine's clear choice for the 2010 winner of the civil category. Graham McKellar, City of Edmonton LRT and Design Construction, said the award is well deserved.
It doesn't happen with just any project, and so it's another source of pride for this piece of infrastructure that belongs to everybody.
The next phase of construction is the NAIT LRT line. On Monday, City Councillors approved an extra $25 million to the funding of the project. The project budget is now $100 million.
After returning from an exciting trip to India, University of Alberta eye surgeon Dr. Mark Greaves is happy with the success of his charitable work.
Look straight ahead, you're right. Yep.
After taking an Indian student under his wing, Dr. Greaves taught him how to perform retinal surgery. Dr. Greaves is proud of what his student has accomplished since returning to his home country in India.
And it was really a pleasure to see how he's developed over this last year, and is really a very confident, capable retinal surgeon now. So.
With the help of Dr. Greaves, a retinal clinic and surgical program similar to Alberta's was set up to help out patients in India. Dr. Greaves' student has performed 350 surgeries since returning and is now planning on teaching others in surrounding countries.
Curious students from across the city flocked to NAIT this past week to see what programs are available. Starting February 7th and wrapping up this past Thursday, NAIT's Info Week allowed prospective students to gain valuable information on many of NAIT's programs. With over 80 free information sessions, visitors were able to ask questions to department heads ranging from the Culinary Arts program to dental assisting.
Info Week is a great introduction for students to see what types of programs are available at NAIT. So they can come to look at the booths, they can pick up information, and they can also attend information sessions that are presented.
For more information on programs offered here at NAIT, visit www.nait.ca. Coming up after the break, a tasty new way students are helping the homeless.
Could you have the winning soup entry? Meals on Wheels wants to see it.
In a skillet and cooked it with all the spices and stuff, and then put the chicken in.
Is the load on your back more than you should bear? Your backpack could be doing more damage than you realize.
I've had 2 or 3 massage therapy sessions since this semester started.
Up next in sports, I'm bringing sexy back to the end zone.
The next great soup recipe is being created right here in Edmonton.
The Meals on Wheels I Love Homemade Soup competition is in full swing. Meals on Wheels has been serving Edmonton's less fortunate for over 40 years, and the I Love Homemade Soup competition allows high school students the chance to contribute their winning recipes.
Meals on Wheels I Love Homemade Soup contest is for all Edmonton high school students, where Meals on Wheels wants to engage youth involvement and just for them to know about our services.
Last year's winner, Cara Green, shared her secret for success.
So something I did different though is instead of cooking the chicken in the soup, I cooked it in a skillet and cooked it with all the spices and stuff and then put the chicken in.
For more information on the contest, please visit www.mealsonwheelsedmonton.org.
So Lyndon, the weather out there has been kind of crazy lately.
It's hot one day, cold the next. I'm like Katy Perry out there. Alicia, when will we see some consistency in the weather?
Well, you're right, Lyndon. It has been really inconsistent. It's been up and down and up and down, and we are back to a bit of a warm weekend. So I know over in Calgary it's partly cloudy. Monday will be a mix of sun and clouds, high of 5 and a low of -4. Going west to Jasper, there's a chance of flurries today and tomorrow. Come Monday will be a mix of sun and clouds, a high of 0 and a low of -7 with 10% chance of precipitation. In Fort McMurray, it's mostly cloudy tonight and tomorrow, but it should clear up and be really sunny for us on Monday. It will stay cold with a high of only -3 and a low of -4 and 15% chance of precipitation. Here in Edmonton, it's going to be a little warmer for the Lovers' Holiday, mostly sunny with a high of 1 degree and an evening low of -6. That warmth should hang out for a few more days though, so look forward to that. The average high for this time of year is -3, the low is -14. The record high was set in 1907 with 11 degrees and the low of -41 in 1904.
Weather brought to you by NR92.
We're enjoying a few more days of warmth. It should continue until about Wednesday when things will start to freeze again. So careful, it's going to be pretty slippery with the ice melting and coming back, and just watch out there, guys. It's going to be slippery.
I'll keep my rubber boots out then.
Thank you, Alicia. Student stress is a common problem.
One symptom that is often overlooked is the toll it takes on the body. Sean McClune has more on that story.
With students these days carrying not just lunches and notebooks, but textbooks and laptops as well, the danger of a back injury is steadily increasing. Dr. Redpath, a chiropractor here in Edmonton, sees students with back injuries more often than he would like.
Most kids and students nowadays carry everything they need for the day, including their books, their markers, some running shoes, a change of clothes, computer, etc. in their backpack. So just reducing the number of items you have in your backpack, limiting it to the essential items that you need for a period of time.
The average backpack can weigh approximately 30 pounds, and with doctors recommending we carry no more than 15% of our body weight, anyone carrying a 30-pound load should weigh in at over 200 pounds.
Probably 2 to 3, as many as 5 in a day, plus my 16-inch laptop every single day to and from school.
To help keep your back healthy, the doctor recommends a backpack with padded straps at least 2 inches wide, a waistband to shift some of the weight onto your pelvis, limiting what you carry just to the essentials, and packing so the heavier items are closer to the body. With some proper planning on what you carry and how you carry it, you can take that large burden off your shoulders and turn your day into a much less stressful one. Sean McClune, NAIT NewsWatch.
Kyle Gallagher joins us now for sports.
So I hear our boys in blue are back at it against the Griffins this weekend.
Yeah, it was the 109th Street Challenge weekend. I'll have highlights from Saturday's game up next in sports. Past Ooks players visited their former arena this past weekend to help present current players with a generous cash donation. The Ooks Hockey Alumni Association presented a yellow jersey to the team before Saturday's 109th Street Challenge. More on the game in a minute. The jersey symbolizes the $200,000 the association is donating to the hockey program. The money will be used over the next 5 years to provide a $1,000 scholarship to all 23 members of the men's team and 6 members of the women's team. The money will also help underprivileged kids attend Ooks hockey camps in the summer.
So we're hoping that the model that they've set will be followed by other alumni in other sports.
The association is made up of players from as far back as the 60s and Ooks that played just last year. After winning the Friday game 3-0, the Ooks were looking for a sweep of the 109th Street Challenge weekend with a win on Saturday. Dan Pennock getting the start for the Ooks. Doran Gay in net for the Griffins. He would be a busy man. Ooks get on the board early. Nolan Pratt does a nice job forechecking, slides the puck to Yuri Prochazka. The Czech native slides in his 6th of the year, and it's 1-0 Ooks. Griffins would tie it up, though, as Pennock puts it around the boards, goes right to Chris Hollands, who throws it on net. Crooks is there for the rebound. He slides it in. We are knotted up at 1. It's 2-1 for the Ooks, and they're trying to pad their lead. And Vincent Scott is turned away. And then Ryan Smith puts the shot on net, and Gay is up to the task, making the big pad save. He would have 17 saves in the first period alone. Not a lot of hits. We only have one to show you, and that was it. Late in the first, the Ooks would add one more as Sinclair rips it top cheese. That makes it 3-1. Both coaches might not be happy with what they're seeing as they're making some last-minute adjustments before the break. We'll jump to the second period. It's 4-1 for the Ooks, and the Griffins break in 2-on-1. Hennessy will bat in his own rebound to cut to lead to 4-2, but that's as close as the Griffins would get. Jump to the third, and it is 5-2 for the Ooks, and they'll add a little salt to the wound as it's a nice pass on the power play. Dion Darling busts in, slides the backhand to Teague. Gay makes the first save, but can't get the rebound. Williger puts in the rebound for his 7th. 6-2 would be your final. The Ooks have won 3 in a row, and with playoffs just around the corner, the coach is happy to see his team working on the basics.
It has everything to do with details and being very sound defensively and taking care of our own end.
The on-again, off-again relationship between the Edmonton Indy and the city is on again, and they've committed to each other for another 3 years. Octane Motorsports is taking over as the event's promoter and is making some exciting changes to the race. The track has been moved from the west to the east runway, and drivers will be going counterclockwise for the first time, so they'll be turning left instead of right. The track was also designed to be more physically demanding and includes the longest straightaway in IndyCar that allows drivers to reach speeds of over 200 miles an hour. Octane is hoping these changes will help bring the excitement back to the Indy.
The drivers love coming here, the teams also, and they're excited about coming back here. We want to recreate that again. We want to get that care factor back in there.
The Indy runs from July 22nd to 24th. Tickets went on sale yesterday at 9 a.m. Now to some high school hoops, and one of the biggest high school tournaments in Western Canada is underway right now. The Tri-Prov basketball tournament is underway at Harry Ainley High School. 16 teams from 4 different Western provinces are at the tournament. The event is a big draw for students and parents, and over 6,000 people are expected to take in the action. John Hewitt has been organizing the event for 15 years and says it builds a great atmosphere.
I think it's a real spirit builder inside of our school.
For all of the results, head to their website, ainley.ca. A Rush rookie went pink for a good cause this week. Edmonton Rush rookie John Lafontaine dyed his hair pink on Thursday to support the 9th annual Hair Massacre. It has become a team tradition for players to dye their hair pink to support the cause, which raises money for cancer research. Lafontaine says he doesn't mind the pink.
It's different. It's a lot different, but not bad.
You can catch Lafontaine's pink hair in action this weekend when the Rush play the Washington Stealth. I normally consider it my favorite spectator sport, but this week in the End Zone Challenge, I decided to try pole dancing. If I'm going to learn to pole dance, there are a few things I need. Poles, pole dancing outfit, my instructor Alina, music. In the last decade, pole dancing has exploded as a popular form of fitness.
The last 10 years have proved tenfold its mainstream. Every year, more studios open, more people become interested in alternative forms of fitness.
Alina showed me some basic moves I would be trying, and I started to get a little nervous, but she assured me that guys do pole dance.
We do have some men's classes, but those are basically designated at the personal training style, which include the TRX and the aerial hammocks.
My palms were sweaty, so Alina had to help me get a better grip.
Right, so that means we need to get through Pole Waxers University 101. Steel, now you're right back to there, steel.
Pole dancing is tough. After only a few tries, I could tell I was going to be sore the next day.
Isolation, the resistance techniques, the rappelling, sustaining your body weight, learning how to keep your joints in alignment. There's not one part of the body that this doesn't touch.
Later, we got a little more risque and I had to show some skin. Much to Alina's delight, I'm sure.
This is the action shot for all the ladies at home.
There we go.
I just may have found my new hobby. That's this week's End Zone Challenge. I'm Kyle Gallagher.
Oh, wow. I'm kind of speechless about that.
I mean, I've got some moves. I mean, you got to give me that.
You looked good doing it too, I tell you.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're welcome.
Coming up after the break, this group is enraged as the government of Alberta cuts its funds.
How much money is the Alberta Craft Council expected to lose when 16% of their budget is gone?
They seem to have some reluctance in continuing any investment in the arts, at least if this cut's any indication.
Coming up in entertainment, I'm here with Tyler Hall. He's a DJ at Edmonton's newest hit music station, 104.9 Virgin Radio.
We're gonna go behind the scenes here at Virgin Radio.
Hair for NAIT NewsWatch personalities, sponsored by Carriel Salon and Spa.
With so many homeless on the streets, donating to the food bank has never been more important.
So we decided to head down and give a little help to those in need.
Today, Lyndon and I were off to the food bank, and our supervisor, Ernie Mellon, put us straight to work organizing food packages for Edmonton's less fortunate. The food bank serves thousands of meals each year, so we decided to lend a hand, even if it was brief. Yet, Lyndon still managed to make it a competition.
Last one. That's all 24. Well, now we have to take them.
They're great workers. They're running almost like, you know. Slow down, speed kills.
And though we were finished for the day, hunger never is. For more information, visit www.edmontonfoodbank.com.
When most people think of art, they think of paintings, sculptures, or even performances.
But for visitors checking out the latest exhibit at the Alberta Craft Council, it's empty, and many are left to criticize the government's decision to cut fundings.
The government of Alberta cut art funding by 16% for the 2010-2011 year, which left the Art Craft Council not only frustrated, but feeling the cuts are necessary.
Spread throughout the arts, so hundreds of organizations and thousands of artists have been affected by this. And as far as we're concerned, it's just not necessary. I mean, $5.5 million is next to nothing in the provincial budget.
The exhibit is located at 101 86th Ave and 106th Street and goes until the end of March. Admission is free.
So I heard of a new movie coming out. It's an old love story with a twist for kids.
Yeah, and I believe Emily will have a preview for that coming up in entertainment.
These days, it might seem like there's a new radio station popping up daily on your radio dial, but Edmonton is really in for a treat as 104.9 Virgin Radio hits the airwaves. As the latest addition to the internationally recognized Virgin brand and Edmonton's newest hit music station, Virgin hopes to win your hearts and your eardrums.
We have a little bit of stuff, but we're going to build towards having a lot of really exciting things going on every afternoon.
Tyler Hall, a newcomer to our city and our airwaves, is Virgin's afternoon drive announcer. He is excited to be part of the fresh sound at 104.9 Virgin Radio.
Here to get a behind the scenes.
Virgin also boasts the return of Edmonton's beloved morning duo, Pepper and Dylan, which has caused much excitement from listeners. One local band is keeping it in the family as Sonic's Band of the Month for February. Brittany and Janesse Grawling are the dynamic frontwomen of Sister Grey. These songwriting siblings who pull inspiration from many character-building moments in their lives have a sound that can only be described as epic rock.
We both just we have the exact same goals and we like the same kind of music.
The girls, recently joined by bandmates Curtis Schultz, AJ Patterson,
getting some great responses back from it.
Hear them on Sonic and check them out at the Pawn Shop February 25th. Looking for something to do with your family this weekend? Why not get transported into the magical world of Narnia at the TELUS World of Science? The interactive exhibit showcases scenes from the famous books by C.S. Lewis, as well as many props and costumes from the Narnia film franchise. The exhibit also delves into the scientific aspect of the films, exploring topics like geography and humanity's impact on nature.
Mr. Thomas.
Check out the Chronicles of Narnia, the exhibition, at the TELUS World of Science until May 1st. It's the world's most celebrated love story, but with gnomes? That's right, the Bard's classic tale, Romeo and Juliet, a story of feuding households and forbidden love, has been given a bit of garden variety in this animated adaptation, cleverly titled Gnomeo and Juliet. This 3-film adventure, which hits theaters this weekend, follows Shakespeare's famous storyline, in which 2 kids from rival families fall in love despite an ancient feud.
Take care! I tell your dad you're doing your hair!
This quirky version promises lots of laughs as the Capulets and the Montagues face off, gnome style.
I'm stuck.
Swim away. Be free.
Thank you!
The grim tale, which has been infused with humor and colorful characters by Shrek 2 director Kelly Asbury, is the perfect family flick.
Ooh, you look like a fun guy.
The film features the voices of British actors James McAvoy and Emily Blunt, as well as Michael Caine and Maggie Smith.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
The impressive soundtrack is a list of some of Elton John's greatest work, along with a few original tracks.
Hello!
It's red versus blue as the 2 gnome families battle it out in the backyard. Let's just hope that this time, the outcome is a little less tragic. Well, that's all I've got for you in entertainment. Make sure you head out this weekend with your family, maybe check out the Narnia exhibit, and go see Romeo and Juliet. Thanks.
Thanks, Emily. I thought that movie looked adorable. It looks great for kids.
I think I'd much rather visit Mr. Tumnus at the TELUS World of Science, so that's probably where you'll find me.
Yeah, this weekend you're
Yeah.
going to go check it out.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That's our show. Thanks for watching. Check us out at www.natenewswatch.ca.